maybe, or one drawing.
That's a
So
good
it means like 350 machines can come in like year. Like,
What do you think? Prayer is mechanical.
I feel sometimes, definitely, because every day you are doing same thing without getting anything, or really you are getting something, then I'm happy for them.
Yeah.
If like, because I was doing that, I didn't get anything, like anything in the sense I didn't get enlightenment or something. So then I thought like I am doing as a machine, or
If
like
you are expecting enlightenment, you won't get enlightenment.
believe in art making practice. I feel as art should be happen. You don't have to make. So it should be happen from like when, like how
Naturally.
it naturally comes, because very, I'm not saying scientific or something, but it's very philosophical, like see in that way. Just imagine, like we call as like dravya guna karma samanya vishesha samavaya bhava sapta padartha. This is the word how we say. Like in the sense there is a 7 element in the word, like those are these elements. So they will start defining like what is dravya, what is guna, karma, samanya, vishesha, samvaya, all those.
What is rupa veda bhava lavanya ati yodam sharaka? That is
रूप रस गंध स्पर्श संख्या परिमाण पृथक्त्व संयोग विभाग परत्व परत्व गुरुत्व द्रवत्व स्नेह शब्द बुद्धि सुख दुखेच्छा द्वेष प्रयत्न धर्माधर्म संस्काराः चतुर्विंशतिर्गुणाः. The guna is when like we are studying a plus b whole square in like 7th standard, right? Because we don't know where to apply and all. So when
the art world has an English speaking vibe to it.
Yeah.
People usually explain and articulate complex ideas in English. You have a background, a very local Indian background, which is Sanskrit. You went to Sanskrit school.
Yeah, I studied Sanskrit more than 14 years, I think.
Yours is the opposite.
That's why I call like I'm mechanic, because mechanic, what he will do is like he will remove everything and he will keep it as it is. But if I am a magician, maybe I could have hide all those things, right? If I am making magic.
Yeah.
But in art, like I'm not making any magics. Like people can easily understand what I did and how it works. So that was the like great thing happened with me. Just I started doing like okay, मेरे को drawing करना है तो करते रहो ना यार. Like किसी को पसंद आए ना पसंद आए या कोई teacher को पसंद आएगा वो बोलेगा drawing मत करो machine करो.
What is a non-secular object?
Non-secular object in the sense like it's all like religious object, right? Like I'm saying, it have like maybe lot of history about like the.
Can you give an example?
To say is like when you see the temple bell.
A temple bell, okay.
Yeah. So that temple bell sound and even the usage of the bell and history of that bell and also politics of the bell, everyone knows.
Yeah. Some people are not allowed to touch the bell.
Okay, like I'm not going into those areas, but I'm just saying, like they are not allowed to touch the bell.
Yes, but in
so
your
for
culture,
them, for them, that bell is really cruel object, right?
Really special episode of Art History Plus with my good friend Shailesh BR. Shailesh is going to. We just finished the conversation. We just now finished a 45-minute podcast.
Yeah.
I had a beautiful epiphany. And you'll experience that inside the podcast. Please watch the whole thing till the end. You're going to learn something. If you're an artist who wants to migrate to another medium, if you are an artist who wants to dabble in multiple mediums and has a little bit of self-doubt and wants to get over it, this guy is a packet of positivity, energy. He's attempting things back to back, and I think that there are some people who need to be observed and actually just like he basically inspires me. He's a friend of mine. I know him since the last 10 years maybe.
Yeah, almost.
10 years. And you should follow him on Instagram for sure. And you don't have a YouTube channel, right?
No. I have, but I have all the videos in my culture.
Just follow his work and you'll understand. You hopefully will learn something about how to make sculpture, how to think as a creative person, and how to be an artist in general. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Vaibhav.
Let's start the podcast now. No, wait. I have to say, it's been a great. No, wait. This was the introduction, no? The podcast starts now. Hello and welcome to this really sweet episode. I am happy to present my close friend Shailesh BR. He's a sculptor. He's an amazing human being. We're going to talk about various subjects. He's had an interesting childhood. He's now with the Baroda Art Gallery. He's in Goa right now. And it's my real honor, and I'm extremely happy to meet you closer to my house in Goa. Shailesh is. I'm going to ask him questions. Like there are a few artists who are doing classical sculpture. He's a sculptor, and there are a few artists who kind of like are like teasing the act of making itself within sculpture. Shailesh is one such artist, and over this conversation, you're going to understand why he uses technology of a certain kind, why he has his background with mythology, his background with Sanskrit. I look at him as a very original artist. Let's have a few ideas. Let's probe these ideas. Shailesh, you have, since the first time I met you, the first machine you made.
Yeah.
He's a machine maker. How do you define yourself?
Mechanic.
You define yourself as a mechanic.
Exactly. I think earlier I didn't know about like machine and all, but when I exposed to the machine word,
Yeah.
so or mechanical word, so I started understanding how it works and what it is.
तो तुझे पता है mechanic word is
Yeah. Yeah.
तुझे ऐसा नहीं लगता कि we're going to speak in English and Hindi.
Yeah.
तुझे ऐसा नहीं लगता कि वो डाउनग्रेड है आर्टिस्ट फॉर लाइक
वो तो किया होगा ना, like maybe people did like that, like mechanic could be like very downgraded and all.
No,
But mechanic should be like understanding how it works and all.
An
Then only yeah, he's the engineer, right?
yeah, he's an engineer.
But we know like mechanic means like वो cycle tight करने वाला या
Yeah.
bike को repair करने वाला. So I feel like rather than like saying I am an artist, I can call myself as a mechanic.
So if let's say somebody is meeting you on the road and they ask you, hey, what do you do? What do you say?
I say I
I'm a
am
mechanic.
I'm a mechanic.
No, your works are amazing. If I get permission to use some of the footage of your older work, some videos and stuff,
Yeah.
I'll play it so that they understand, the kind of mechanical work. There's this word associated with you, which we have been discussing since Baroda when we were in college,
Yeah.
which is jugaad mechanics.
Yeah.
Can you explain? Also, once you see the videos, it will make sense to you
Yeah.
that you're a maker. You kind of like use old technology.
Yeah.
But the things you're saying have an element of religiosity.
Yeah.
There is an element of Indian religiosity,
Yeah.
or can I say Hinduism?
Uh,
'Cause, you know,
the-
it's a
I don't want to like put anything in like ism or something,
Sure.
but even whatever I make, it's not like I'm not making.
Yeah.
I'm just using mediums is already existed.
Yeah.
I'm just doing the collages. Just imagine like how Matisse and all those people did. Like they took the like this paper and cut and paste and did wonderful things. So in sculpture, I'm doing like that. Like it's not like waste material and all. Like I'm talking about even Jean Tingley, like one of the important like sculptor in like Swiss art time, maybe after Second World War.
Yeah.
He started using already existed machines, like already thrown somewhere.
Yeah.
Like you can just think of like using some car parts or like bike parts or like mixie, grinder, whatever it is. Like I think India is very nice, like having all those things in a very different way, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Like
you like to also show your technology. Like
Yeah,
usually
yeah,
sculptors, like sculptors hide the technology and they cover it with, the aesthetic is not to reveal everything. Yours is the opposite.
that's why I call like I'm mechanic, because mechanic what he will do is like he will remove everything and he will keep it as it is. But if I am a magician, maybe I could have hide all those things, right? If I am making magic.
Yeah.
But in art, like I'm not making any magics. Like people can easily understand what I did and how it works. So and also it's a kind of tool, right? Like maybe like when artists are painting, they know like which kind of color they are using and how they are treating. So that's the basic thing like people can't hide. And also I am not invented any like certain coated thing. So that's why I don't want to hide anything. Like it's a kind of nude for all the people. Yeah.
People are asking.
Yeah.
So you've been also. I mean, one of the good things about you is that you have had a history with. I want to have this chat with you because, people. I mean, we live the art world has an English speaking vibe to it.
Yeah.
People usually explain and articulate complex ideas in English. you have a background, a very local Indian background,
Yeah.
which is Sanskrit oriented. You went to
Yeah.
Sanskrit school.
Yeah, I studied Sanskrit more than 14 years, I think.
Okay. 14 years Sanskrit.
Yeah,
What? And
and I did
I can see the influence in your work.
yeah, that's I think you didn't see like my earlier work. Like when I was studying in CAVA, Mysore, in that time I was not into like doing these kind of like mythological influence or philosophical. I'm not saying it's any mythology or rituals or whatever it is. I'm just talking about like what is the philosophy behind the work and how it can be. My earlier work, I didn't had those things because I was fed up with the idea of like studying Sanskrit and doing all those things in like my childhood. I just quit the Sanskrit study and I was
You quit Sanskrit studies.
yeah.
Why? What happened?
I think
क्या हो गया? मतलब you were like थोड़ा ज़्यादा किया.
मे भी ज़्यादा तो नहीं किया बट मेरे को ऐसा लगा कि यार यार ये मेरा नहीं है लाइक मेरे को मज़ा नहीं आ रहा है लाइक whenever like you are doing
तूने खुद
something
से
yeah so
ऐसा
मैंने
नहीं कि your parents forced you to get it.
to join the
You understood that ये मेरा नहीं है.
I think I'm very like low grade student like when I was studying
Sanskrit.
yeah no not even Sanskrit maybe I'm okay
Your Sanskrit is good.
yeah my Sanskrit is
Can you introduce yourself in Sanskrit?
no I don't want to again like introduce in myself as a Sanskrit guy
No,
but
in Sanskrit.
yeah, I'm saying that word. I'm a Sanskrit scholar, but I studied in Tarka Shastra. But also,
No, like how would you say? How would you say? Hi, my name is.
Mama Nama Shailesha.
Oh, okay.
This is how like we say.
So you were saying you were Tarka Shastra.
Yeah, I studied like Tarka Vidwan Madhyama, like not in the Uttama, but in that time I thought like okay, Tarka is one of the very important subject in Sanskrit. They are all like kind of like decoding how the word exists and all those ideas. Like it's a kind of like very. I'm not saying scientific or something, but it's very philosophical. Like see in that way. Just imagine like we call as like dravya guna karma samanya vishesha samavaya bhava saptapadartha. This is the word how we say. Like in the sense there is a 7 element in the word like those are these elements so they will start defining like what is dravya, what is guna, karma, samanya, vishesha, samvaya, all those.
What is rupa bheda bhava lavanya ati yodam sharaka? That is
रूप रस गंध स्पर्श संख्या परिमाण पृथक्त्व संयोग विभाग परत्वा परत्व गुरुत्व द्रवत्व स्नेह शब्द बुद्धि सुख दुखेच्छा द्वेष प्रयत्न धर्मा धर्म संस्काराः चतुर्विंशतिर्गुणाः. The guna is the characteristic thing. I think I don't get like proper word in Sanskrit. Like मेरे को पता नहीं है उसके बारे में. But like it's a kind of character. I think because in that quotes like it will come a lot of like dravya like means water, guna like karma, samanya, vishesha, samvaya, bhava.
Now, what did you learn from all this in your sculptural works?
Yeah.
I'm trying to get you to explain your artwork. The philosophy of Sanskrit taught you something in a larger macro understanding of how the country thinks, or like of something.
Maybe not
How
like
did you
that.
take
Maybe
these ideas
because
into your work?
I think we don't know when like we are studying a plus b whole square in like 7th standard, right?
Yeah.
Because we don't know where to apply and all. So when I was studying at the Tarka, like I didn't know where to apply and all. But it's a kind of like I feel Sanskrit or any language or any subject is a kind of vision. It's not a like it can like it's not a like final.
It's an application.
Yeah, it's not an application.
just
It's a kind of vision. Like especially
darshan.
yeah.
Yeah.
Darshan is also a kind of vision.
Yeah. Yeah.
So the idea of like vision is like you can see the word in this way, this way, this way.
Yeah.
So I studied in the Tarkic way, like it's a debating, it's a kind of law and all those. In that way I studied. So in that area I started like मेरे को तब पता चला कि I can question there is a lot of things. But we are losing those idea of like deeper questions. Like we never question. Whenever you comes to the like rituals or like religion or like philosophies.
You question all of this in your artwork?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Also, I decoding. Like I question myself.
Like, can you give me an example of how you, like the whole idea of doing this podcast with creative people?
Yeah.
is to understand how your brain works. So I am trying to ask you questions
Okay.
to if I can get you to reveal or maybe realize or try to interpret your creative process. So you explained, for example,
Whenever you look like my entire like process of making and like even happening something, because I don't believe in art making practice. I feel as art should be happen. You don't have to make. So it should be happen from like when like how
naturally.
it naturally comes.
Yes.
Because yeah, that I told you know, like earlier my work was not like that. I was using there a lot of different objects and doing something else. But when I started understanding like about like what I am doing, and then these things are started like reflecting on like in my sculptures, because I think my work have like a kind of like different aesthetics. When you look into my sculptures or even my drawings, it looks like sometimes manuscript. My drawings are like more probably it looks like a manuscript.
It looks like you're kind of explaining a core concept of the past.
Yeah.
There's a mythological. It kind of looks like a manuscript. Actually, that's the right word for it. Yeah.
Yeah, because like even again, if you think about like even mythological, I feel like mythology is also a constructed subject already, and also there is a lot of mythologies, right?
Yeah.
But in my work, there is no such real things are there. Like it's a kind of dream, like what I am thinking and how I am looking into those visions.
It's
like
surreal.
yeah, it's a kind of like surreal,
Kind of
but
surreal.
also like whenever you talk about like philosophy or whenever you talk about enlightenment and all thing, it's each things are individual, right? Like whenever you think about like enlightenment, so a lot of people got enlightened, but each people had different kind of enlightenment.
Yeah.
And philosophy is the wider subject. Like you can think like everything is philosophy.
Yeah.
I always like quote some like I don't know the name like who quoted this. He told like in our village everyone is philosopher. They never write. I mean, like they never like register like my philosophy is like that. Like everyone is Shakespeare. They never write like plays.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's why I started like searching my own things in a very different way. And also I started searching through the like some certain kind of object sometimes, some certain kind of subject sometimes. So that was because of like my background is like that, and also
When you say your background is like that, what do you mean?
yeah, because I studied in Sanskrit.
Oh, that background.
Yeah,
Not sculptural background.
No, I'm not a sculptor. I'm the painter because I studied painting in Baroda also. In even CAVA also I studied painting.
You in painting?
I was in painting.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a painter, but I don't
But
paint.
that doesn't matter.
Yeah. For me, that doesn't matter. But also the thing is like whenever you think about like making sculpture or installation, whatever it is, like I feel before that you do your field work, like doing some drawings, because all the machine you can't easily make, because machine have like very restricted ideas, like because you need like certain kind of like techniques and all those things. But in drawing you can do whatever,
Yeah.
because if you want to like say this pillar should be fly, so you can put the wings.
Yeah. Or you
But-
can just float it.
Yeah, you can just float it in the ground.
But
So
in the sculpture,
in the sculpture, if you want to like float this like this pillar, it takes a lot of like different
Yes.
uh,
You need a big magnet.
yeah, maybe power
Yeah.
or whatever it is.
Yeah.
So the idea of like doing drawings in painting the time, like I never did a lot of paintings. I think
Actually, drawing allows you to fly,
yeah.
like have your.
So before doing the machines, I do a lot of drawings. Then I will choose. Okay, this I can exhibit, and this I can do.
This is
the blueprint.
physics.
Yeah,
Blueprint.
this is a blueprint for all my machines. So those drawings are like maybe my daily routines. It's a kind of diary, something like that.
Of like wild ideas.
Yeah.
Super wild.
Every day, like I do like 2 drawings maybe, or 1 drawing.
That's
So
good.
it means like 350 machines can come in like year.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I don't do like all the time like only simple like machine drawings. I register something. Okay, I had like this pani puri is very nice.
Yeah.
So I will do the pani puri drawing.
Yeah.
Because then
diary for you.
Yeah, it's a kind of like then you are explaining taste in the drawing. explaining the smell in the drawing,
Yeah.
explaining like some fire in the drawing. So you can think all these elements you can explain or you can register in certain elements. That is the drawing for me. So I always do that. And also another area is like in that drawing process is kind of like my survival process because I can sell drawings.
Yeah.
So selling machine.
So you're aware of that also.
Yeah, of course. The Cristo, like the biggest artist, like
Yeah.
he do a lot of drawings, and at the same time he do.
Some insane sculpture. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the
But,
big stuff
but
cannot.
just imagine like that much money where it comes.
Yeah. Yeah.
So either like it comes from the like whatever,
Yeah.
like it's a kind of self-funded artist. So
Yeah.
because you can't like expect all the time funding
Like
from
you
the.
want to do the big stuff,
Yeah.
but it's the reality of the world,
Yeah, of course.
and
Also you can't like just.
your drawings are amazing. You just share some with me. I'll share, put it on the group. But,
Okay.
very like there is a sense of humor also. You're a funny guy personally. I feel like your sculptures also have a sense of humor because you see the reaction that everyone has when they are in front of your work
Yeah.
comes from this brain only.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so they also have the same reaction, like the Swayamvar machine
Yeah.
or the rice throwing machine.
Yeah.
The expression is not one of contemplation and like a new media artist or like it's like okay, it's a deep thought
Yeah.
which has it is a experiential implication.
Yeah.
People have what they experience in the real world
Yeah.
when you get rejected,
Yeah.
or what they experience when somebody throws
Rice on your face.
rice on your face in a marriage or in a. It's that human experience which has become a machine, but it's just that when a machine does it,
Yeah.
you kind of feel like, oh, there's no human being. You like kind of like you've kind of omitted the human being from the experience.
Yeah,
what is your take on, like, for if I had to ask you, what is the starting point of these ideas of machine making? Like you started making machines. The first machine, let's start 2001. No, 2011.
9, I think.
2009.
9 or 10, I forgot. Like maybe I can.
You
like,
made the first machine,
Yeah, it's called drawing machine.
drawing machine. That machine which was
Always do
always
drawings.
doing drawings.
Yeah, that's like basic idea of like making machine. Like I started first with like maybe like who are all done the machine in like India, like Indian or like Western art scene.
Yeah.
Everyone did drawing machines.
Yeah.
It's a beauty of like maybe drawing.
Yeah.
So my idea was like I was in the like final year bachelors in CAVA, Mysore. There was an exam for 8 days.
Yeah.
I'm very like restless guy, so I can't sit in like one place for morning to evening to do the drawings.
Yeah.
So I thought, okay, I am not going to do this.
Yeah. I'm going to outsource it.
I'm not even going to outsource because in exam you can't do it.
Yeah. Oh,
So you can't like someone like invite and do drawings for me. It's not happens in that time. But my teacher allowed to do like some experiment.
Yeah.
So then I thought like in my childhood I never played with a remote car.
Yeah.
So I-
The remote control.
Yeah, remote controlled car.
Yeah.
So what I did is like I took the car, I made the box on top of it and put the two
Pen.
pipe
Yeah.
and two pen, and I pasted all the sketch papers and canvas, everything on the floor, big room.
Yeah. Big room.
So I was sitting in the car, no? I started playing remote car. Whenever the car is going, so
drawing.
lines started happening.
Yeah. Nice.
So like then I started like controlling the car. Like
Yeah.
okay, you have to go this much long and come back, rotate. Then the images is started coming out. So but the purpose is solved. Like that is doing for me. Like I am not
You're
doing.
just
anything.
doing-
Yeah, I am just playing.
You're
Then what happened? Like if
So
I am
you
not.
want to play. The act of play is very important.
Yeah. Also act of understanding about like how patient you are. Like because you have to sit and think and do the.
But you don't think drawing is an act of playing. Yeah, it is.
yeah,
for you.
it happened like that, right?
But
So-
you just can't sit for a long period.
Yeah. So
I mean, you want to have fun in the whole experience of it.
Yeah, exactly. So, and at the same time, then whenever you think like which kind of image is
ये
coming
सही है,
out.
मुझे ये पता नहीं था.
Acha.
सही है.
So that was my first machine. So then like I just submitted all those drawings,
Who's
machines.
your professor? Who's
Ullas Sanjgiri.
Ullas sir? My God, what a professor! Everyone.
Yeah, I
he
think
was a
it-
superstar.
all
Even
cover.
Talur keeps saying.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Tallur, Mahesh Baliga,
all-
N.S. Harsha sir.
He's a rockstar professor.
Yeah, he's rock star. Like he is the person who can really understand like the student, because we all came from like certain kind of village, background. He only told like what we wanted. That's like beauty of his. Like he's a kind of magician.
Yeah.
He can like mold
Yeah,
anyone,
one professor, one right professor can really
change
change
entire your life.
Your life. Yeah, yeah.
So that like I'm really lucky for in terms of that. So another thing I think after that I made another machine in Baroda, like in my final year. It's called philosophy machine. So when I went to Baroda, like my
Philosophy machine.
yeah, when I went to Baroda, my practice is quite changed. Not quite, but little bit changed.
And you allowed it to change.
Yeah, because
Like, I want to have this conversation
Yeah.
about why did it change? What you got bored? What happened in Baroda? Many people come to Baroda and their practice changes.
Yeah, but in Baroda, my
We're talking
practice
of
changed.
Maharaja Sayaji Rao University,
Yeah.
MSU Baroda, where we were students.
Yeah. So my practice changed in the sense like I started looking into very I don't know, very not in a very deep way or something, but I started like thinking about like how I can express like little bit more philosophy in my work and all. And at the same time, Mahesh Baliga was there. He was always like molding me to like understand what I can do and how I can like
Yeah.
work out and all. So he's a great
He's
friend of
also-
mine.
He's a superb artist.
Yeah, and at the same time, Suresh was there. Like he was always teaching and like saying a lot of like political aspect of the work, and Vasu sir was there, and Indro, and
Yeah.
like even Shashi. So all those like teacher have like different kind of like thought process.
Kind of extract different.
Yeah. Whenever you get chance to have a discussion, so your work will like get some certain kind of attention.
Yeah.
So, but the thing is like whatever they said, I started refusing. Like, okay, this is like not like this. This is not like
Why?
this. Maybe for me like that because of Villas, because he used to teach in a that way like okay, you do,
Yeah.
but what you like.
Yeah.
What someone says, you don't have to do that,
Right,
right?
yeah.
But when criticism happens, like a lot of time, what we think is, okay, we did wrong or we did right. Like
Yeah.
we think in that way.
Yeah.
That's why what I'm saying is like, what you want to do it in that way, and then wait for the reaction from the people.
Yeah. But first, do it properly the way you want.
What you want exactly. So that's what I started
That's
doing.
great advice.
So that was the like great thing happened with me. Just I started doing like okay मेरे को drawing करना है तो करते रहो ना यार. Like किसी को पसंद आए ना पसंद आए या कोई टीचर को पसंद आएगा वो बोलेगा drawing मत करो मशीन करो या ड्राइंग करना है तो मैं ड्राइंग करूंगा आपको मशीन चाहिए आप मशीन.
वास्तु सर ऐसा देते बोल रहे इसका काम देखो उसका काम देखो इसलिए नहीं
वासुस्तान ने मेरे को कुछ नहीं बोला ऐसा.
नहीं बोला.
नहीं बोला. But he was like he told like Shailesh, your drawings are really strength.
Yeah.
Like you can like do a lot of drawings because I displayed almost like 300 or 400 drawings in my final display.
Yeah. That was amazing. I've seen a display.
Yeah. So like again like I have like parallel practice,
Yeah.
but it's connected. Like one side is the drawing and one side is the machine making. Because I like this and this both because it's interconnected in
Yeah.
say, but also it goes like in a like parallel line. Like, but I started like mixing that like if I displayed machines, I displayed drawings also.
Yeah.
That was one
At the
kind
same
of
time.
yeah same time because the idea of like mine is like
People get to understand how you think also.
yeah, so that was the idea. But now I think it's I do a lot like so much things. So sometimes I do only the machines because now I started using a lot of interactive things. Earlier only the kinetic sculptures.
Yeah.
Now I started doing interactive machines. Like I think in
Sensor based.
yeah, in sensor based.
This is
and
a beautiful work right now.
yeah, you when like when it comes to like these kind of festivals, so
And you
there is the audience sir also.
Did you understand the technology yourself or do you have a outsource?
Yeah,
you
of
give
course.
it to
Like
somebody
the maybe I
machine
think
to make.
yeah, I think just imagine when chef is cooking something.
Yeah.
Like he can't all the time grow the rice, right?
Yeah.
So he will buy the rice from some people. So here, like I can understand like how it works or how you can do it.
Yeah.
But also very like like the AI programming and all those.
there are
That's
some
very difficult,
very difficult.
task for me because I'm not from that background. I can't like read proper English and I can't write proper English and also I can't talk proper English. So
Good man.
yeah, but the idea of like doing and executing the idea what I wanted is very important for me. So I outsource very certain things, like if I need any particular things, then maybe I'll go
Yeah.
with. But also outsourcing people are like really my good friends. So they're not like doing for like okay money and all.
They know what you're.
Yeah, they know me and how I work. So that's why the understanding of like making is like very easy.
Yeah.
Otherwise, if you are like going some software company to build a software, it's very difficult. You have to do a lot of other things.
Yeah.
But for me, like my friend have like big software company, he knows like how I work, and because he is the kind of patron, like he supported my education and all. So he know how I think. So that's why.
You want to name him and thank you.
Yeah, Krupesh and Venu and Gautam.
Nice.
So all these people are like really like important people in my life. So even this sculpture, like for the software for this Swayamvara, like he supported me to build entire like that software.
No.
So I just given like what I want and all. So he made it for me. But also even now, if I want to say like okay, I want to change and I want to change, like then he will teach me also. Like he's a big guy, but
That's
again,
great friendship. It's great. Tell me one thing. You said you don't speak English and like you have this whatever, but you recently went to CERN, and I was like blown away when I saw this on Instagram. I was damn happy for you.
Yeah, thank you.
It's a place that I would also like to go to. But I mean, your work took you there. You had the CERN have a residency.
Yeah, I got the Connect India residency with Fro Helvetia and Sir. So I was also not sure about like if I am going to get this or not, because I am very.
No, I saw Rux Media Collective had gone there.
Yeah, Rux went there, and even Rohini Devashri went there.
And then when I saw you go, I was like, wow, this guy is going to complete. I mean, Rohini was also, she's amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, it just because there was a scientific observatory, you know, it kind of works over.
Yeah.
But when then you got it, I was like, okay, now this is magic going to happen.
Yeah.
Something good came out of this? I didn't see the
just
work.
I just came from there, and also.
What do you learn?
I think this was a like very wonderful residency
from
because
an artistic perspective.
But yeah,
you went as from a scientific exploration. Obviously.
No, it's art at CERN.
Yeah.
The CERN have like one program called Art at CERN. There is like several people are working there for art.
Yeah.
And also they will give you the certain kind of like tour and knowledge for like how to understand real science.
Yes.
And also the philosophical aspect of the science, because science also have like deeper philosophical knowledge.
Yes.
And also it's a very theoretical also. So we did the 3 weeks residency in Bangalore ICTS. So there we studied little bit theory, like how it works.
You had to study there.
Yeah, study in the sense like the discussion happened, because I never studied.
And then Ullas sir came in your mind and said, if you like it, then study. If you don't don't study.
Yeah, also that thing. But the thing is like when you are using lot of physics and lot of science in your work, you should have to understand the basic, like it's a fundamental things.
For you to even absorb all the
ideas.
ideas.
And also so much inspiration in science, especially in the like theoretical part. Also the
you learned anything about antimatter, dark matter?
Yeah, I was like I was wondering about like antimatters, and also most probably I'm thinking about like tiny black holes and black holes. And I'm very much interested in this LIGO like system, LIGO experiment, because like they are the only how the even quantum string theory and even the gravitational theories are like not really combined because of like very certain things. And also the space time, that's also very interesting. So like there is like
सीखा तू
there is lot of all these
अभी
things.
show off कर रहे हैं मैंने ये सब सीखा. It's a great education.
Yeah, it's a like it's a
great
also like when you hear some words.
Envy.
Yeah.
Great. If the scientists at CERN have sat down and explained to you, I mean that's one of the greatest scientific human experiments.
Yeah.
You know, I mean
it's in the entire world. Entire world that like collides. Like how.
Did you see the collisions in any form, in any format? Did they show you anything?
Yeah, there is a lot of images you can
शैलेश
see.
को देखना है, चालू करो मशीन and
नहीं
then the
नहीं
photon goes
ऐ-
round
ऐसा
round
ऐसा
round.
ऐसा ऐसा कुछ नहीं होगा क्योंकि nobody can go in, but also this all like data, like how they are taking data and how they are keeping
Yeah.
and how like, and also this nice thing is
How did that experience influence your work now? Now you just came back. Any photons bursting in your head right now? Like any
yeah,
ideas?
maybe there is lot of collision happening in head, definitely, but the thing is like maybe I
Anything
took
you've taken out on the sketchbook? Like
not now.
Not now.
Not now, but only writings maybe.
Yeah.
But I think like maybe I can work out well, but I need little time because again, you
It's a
know,
lot
like
of
I'm very slow guy.
Yeah.
Slow in the sense like I am not in a rush.
Barabar.
I'll take a very long, long time because even I started like art study in my age of 24. Then I became an artist like now I think 38.
Yeah.
So it means like I have a lot of time like in my life. Like
You're a fast learner, man.
maybe not, but
I
maybe
think you're a fast learner.
yeah, maybe I don't know
Also,
that.
you've got a sense of humor and you've got like a great vibe, man. Like जब भी हम मिलते हैं,
Yeah.
it's like Shailesh is
Thank you.
He's a cool guy, and always I'm just like your works have like I feel like if your works have they're not like comedy.
Yeah.
There is a certain intelligence in your work which is so evident.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
for a sculptor, for a kinetic sculptor, to what is his name? Theo von Hansen.
Oh, sorry.
He makes those huge machines on the beach.
Oh, okay. I know him.
Theo
Like,
Von
yeah,
with
it's a sustainable energy machine.
yeah, sustainable
because
energy.
he don't use any other
Yeah,
thing.
uses wind energy.
He
He's
uses
a German artist
yeah,
who makes these really large. Google it.
Yeah.
Be blown.
yeah,
So I mean, when I first saw your machine started happening, I started imagining now many people are. Amol is doing something with
Yeah,
kinetic
yeah,
works, and many artists have been doing kinetic
Yeah.
sculptures. But you're my contemporary, and
yeah.
to see everything exposed and open and to see your career take off also is like super fun for me. It's
Yeah.
like मैं मेरे घर पे बैठ के ताली बजाता हूँ
Yeah.
when I see you do well and all.
Yeah.
Right now I'm seeing that your work, for the first time I've seen a sensor based work.
Yeah.
So I was just like curious. I wanted to do this podcast to catch you at this age group.
Yeah.
Sketching हो गया,
Yeah.
sculpture चालू किया,
Yeah.
kinetic sculpture चालू किया, अभी sensor आ रहा है,
AI आ रहा है.
AI आ रहा है. So I just wanted to ऐसे have a chat with you about आगे कर क्या रहा है, तू सोचता कैसे है? Because like तेरा काम तो सबको दिखता है. Like everyone will see.
Yeah, definitely.
Everyone will see your work, but people don't know how you think honestly. And many writers sometimes write about you. I've read people write about your work, right? And I just sometimes feel like the writer doesn't do full justice. I feel
Yeah, of course. I got like.
रात को बैठ के हम लोग जब बात करते हैं,
हाँ.
I'm blown away.
हाँ.
क्या मस्त मजा से बात करते हैं. Like the way you talk about your work,
हाँ.
but when I read the translation sometimes, I feel like you didn't sit down with the writer the same way and explain,
There is the big problem happens when like people won't read the work and they write.
Yeah.
But I know like some of like writings are really good when some like show happened and all. But sometime also I get like very different criticism. I never thought about like maybe people can think about like I'm the pro guy. So like I'm not
because
like
your finish is amazing.
yeah. But the thing is like I'm not like that. But I'm not pro or anti or something like that. I'm not an activist. I'm just mechanic. I told you.
Yeah.
So what I do is like I do what I like, and also I criticize myself first because what I did in my entire life,
Yeah.
I want to decode that. Then only I can say you like don't do this.
What do you mean? What you did your whole life?
I was a priest and I studied Sanskrit and I was like reading all those things without knowing anything. And when I came out, then I started looking back like what I have did
And you
and
feel
why I those things I
you
did.
feel like you wasted time?
No. Not saying like wasting time is. I don't think so. Like nothing is waste in your
But
life.
there's a certain fire in you. I want to do things fast now. Like
No. I just want. I was like this only, right?
Yeah.
Because from the beginning, I just wanted to like explore myself. Like what? Like just imagine. I did the machine called like prayer machine.
Yeah.
This machine will do entire like puja
Yeah.
in the like how people will priest will do in the
Share the
temple.
image. Yeah.
So I made the machine. So I just wanted to see the like is the like praying is the kind of mechanical, because I feel sometime these rituals and these kind of like
What do you think? Prayer is mechanical.
I feel sometimes, definitely, because every day you are doing same thing without getting anything, or really you are getting something, then I'm happy for them.
Yeah.
If like, because I was doing that, I didn't get anything, like anything in the sense I didn't get enlightenment or something. So then I thought like I am doing as a machine, or
If
like
you are expecting enlightenment, you won't get enlightenment.
maybe I'm not sure about like, but then why you have to do something?
Oh, now we are having a conversation.
No, really, I'm saying just imagine like without thinking.
If you are drawing for the sake of drawing,
Huh?
without expecting,
Okay.
you already are an artist.
Okay.
You are already successful.
Okay.
You don't need world global
But
economics.
how you become successful?
If you are drawing what you feel,
Okay.
if you are expressing yourself,
Okay.
then you are an artist already.
Are you sure about like when you are doing drawings or like whatever it
when
is?
you're expressing yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you are sure like you don't want anything from that?
Yeah.
Are you sure? Because I'll quote you like one very interesting word here.
Yeah.
Like कर्मण्येवाधिकारस्ते मा फलेषु कदाचन.
हाँ.
So this word says काम करते रहो.
बराबर.
फल के फल का चिंता मत करो.
What is the full thing? What is the full? This is the full one.
हाँ, कर्मण्येवाधिकारस्ते मा फलेषु कदाचन.
And after that there is something.
Yeah, but like no.
No, after that there is something.
Yeah, exactly.
The
But I'll.
The next line is keep working hard. Do not stop working or something.
Yeah, exactly. I will say you. So that's I'll convey in this word only entire those things. Karmanyevadhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachan. Okay. So you are not thinking about the fruit.
Yes.
But you are doing
Karma. Yeah.
And also you are doing again and again and hard work.
Repeat. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So you are doing cooking.
Yeah. Oh, he's a great cook by the way. Huh?
Yeah. You are doing cooking.
Yeah.
So what do you think?
If you keep cooking,
Huh?
you make good food.
Good food.
Yeah.
You make good food. Like there is the one thing you are saying good food.
Yeah, of course.
You're not like thinking like something you need, right?
Yeah. I mean, you'll get some validation.
Yeah. If someone is like praying
every day.
Yeah. What he can think?
He'll get good prayers. No, but
he can think something, huh?
Yeah.
So I just wanted to say
I see.
This motto I will quote: do praying.
Yeah.
What it will do?
Yeah, it's a machine. It will just act like it's praying. It'll act like it's praying.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
it will
behave.
Yeah.
It acts.
Yeah.
Maybe it thinks. I don't know now.
I don't know, yeah.
Now maybe it thinks. So it means it's doing its own job.
You're saying it is just
more precise than human, I think, right? Because just imagine if someone is like doing
you think
puja.
it's a mechanic. You're teasing the whole.
I'm not teasing. So don't take it as like I'm teasing, but I'm saying like just imagine.
Questioning.
I'm decoding or I'm questioning here.
Yeah.
So just think like you are doing as a machine.
Yeah.
Or you have to do as a machine.
Yeah.
Because he is saying do without thinking phal.
Yeah.
So you have to act do like a machine.
Yeah.
So if you need like machine kind of act or machine doing, so I will keep the machine. I don't want to do.
Yeah.
So then those machine is going to get something.
Yeah.
As super like power or enlighten or siddhi, whatever you are saying.
That's crazy, yeah.
There's
that philosopher Zizek. He's made a machine where between a couple, I had seen it somewhere or I read it somewhere. He has a machine where a male and a female is just they're just
intercoursing,
having intercourse. The physical act is always there. So it's outsourced from their mind. So now they are living in peace because the act and the tension.
Yeah.
There's a machine that is constantly having sex.
Yeah.
And so between in the family, they have removed that element outside of them. So that act has become so. It looks so weird now that love is somewhere else only.
Yeah, definitely, no, right. What I am saying is, either we need that pleasure, like what we want from this.
But you need the experience. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
When you make a machine which is throwing rice, you are removing the human beings.
Yeah.
So the core only you are removing.
Yeah, I removing the human beings. Also, I'm questioning.
Why you are throwing rice?
No. Also, I'm questioning. You are throwing rice without knowing why we are throwing the rice.
Tell me.
Let
why
me
not?
know, like, let
Yeah,
me
I
know,
don't
like,
know.
I will ask you. Maybe you married, right?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
You thrown the
I
rice?
threw rice.
Yeah? You
Yeah.
thrown the rice in the
Marriage.
Let me, now tell me, why you
I
thrown
don't
the
know.
rice?
I don't know. I don't know why I threw rice.
Then you are you are like a machine now, right? Sorry to say this, like you are like machine,
I
right?
agree.
Huh?
Yeah.
But also I made one machine called like page turner. It will turn the pages all the
yeah,
tables.
yeah, yeah,
You see
yeah,
that
I saw
machine,
that. I
right?
saw that. Yeah.
So
That's
I will give you like French book.
yeah.
You will turn the pages.
Yeah.
You understand anything?
No.
Or I will give you Veda book.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can read maybe.
So you're saying just turning the pages and going ahead doesn't mean that you're actually learning.
You are understanding.
You're understanding.
Or you know something.
You're teasing the world, man.
I'm not teasing anyone. Sorry for that. But but all these things teaching myself.
I like the way you think, man.
Because this teaching
Yeah.
I am doing for myself because I did all these things
Based
as a
on-
machine.
Oh,
Not a, not a, like, I'm not teasing someone who is doing because this is his belief.
Yeah, you're like saying, I did all of this and I felt so like a.
I felt
Basic-
so mechanical myself. I feel like, oh, I am the machine, man. Like, I'm not human being.
Yeah.
So when I started thinking about like human beings, then I started understanding, okay, I did this like mechanical, that like mechanical. So whenever you are going and picking one flower, you don't have to pick like machine, right?
Yeah.
Or you केची लेके जाओ, खटाक से काट को लेके आ जाओ. Like केची is like going to cut. But when you are cutting, that process has certain kind of like wetness. You have to feel bad
Yeah.
when you are cutting
Yeah.
something.
When you're killing something.
Yeah, when you are killing something. But also you need for something else
That human experience
is very important than the
very
machine.
than the machine.
I feel.
Like, correct.
Again, I will come to the like direct point. I'm not an magician.
Yeah.
If I say some like Sanskrit
Wrong.
and all,
Yeah.
no, I'm not saying wrong. I'm saying right thing.
Yeah.
But if you like, today's word is we are thinking we are talking in a very abstract language that nobody can understand. So
Yeah.
if I like
It
talk
becomes-
in like some
you're saying
like
it
just
becomes
I told you,
mechanical.
like
It becomes
that word.
mechanical.
Yeah, I told you that like Dravya Guna Karma Samanya Vishesha Samavaya Bhava Sapta Padartha. Like,
Yeah.
people will understand. They didn't understand what baba
There's a
happened.
halo above your head now.
Yeah, the people will think like, oh, he's something saying something.
But you just spoke normally in a language.
Yeah, when you speak normally and what you want, like I'm Shailesh, that's it. That's enough.
That's enough.
Like if I need like
Yeah,
some
the idea is to communicate. The idea is not to show that
like we are like, oh,
थोड़ा serious हो गया. But you once recently had told me about this, that when you make machines or when you make your sculptures, these objects, I look at them with an element of religiosity.
okay.
But you said they are non-secular objects.
Yeah, they're non-secular. No, secularism is
I found it damn amazing that you actually defined your own word, your own works with this, from this perspective.
okay.
Because when a sculptor paints it, they usually stop it at the visual element.
Yeah.
Can you explain to all my
Though here like the
what is a non-secular object?
non-secular object in the sense like it's all like religious object, right? Like I'm saying it have like maybe lot of history about like
Can
the
you give an example?
reality maybe. Like just imagine.
What?
Yeah, of course. Like if you think like
Reality? No, one of the sculptures of yours which you're saying is non-object, which is a non-secular object. Other people will get lost. They'll be like, क्या बात कर रहे हैं लोग?
maybe I think we can remove that secularism or secularism.
No, I'm not saying.
nahi.
You explained it
What?
the
No,
last
no.
time really
Yeah,
well.
exactly. So we can leave that object like that.
Yeah.
What I'm going to say is like when you see the temple bell.
A temple bell, okay.
Yeah. So that temple bell sound and even the usage of the bell and history of that bell and also politics of the bell, everyone knows.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
I'm taking that bell and I'm replacing in my sculpture and it's like doing some mechanical thing.
Yes.
You can think as like this object is a cruel object or it's a like simple object,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Because whenever you think like, okay, this is the gun.
Yeah.
So gun you are placing into the like some gallery.
Yeah.
So then how you will define that?
Yeah.
Is a good or bad or is a which kind of like object you are using and how it connects and how it looks.
Yeah.
Whenever you see my sculpture, there is certain kind of object is connected to the like some ritual
Yes,
and
there
some belief system
Yes.
and
So
some political
you're
system.
taking it out from there.
Yeah, I'm taking those objects because when you do the sculptures, like sculptor has to think, like maybe I feel like that. It's my point of
Yeah.
view. So sculptor will think sculptor will think this object already has so much baggage,
Yes.
right?
Right.
Because this
Yeah,
is
like if you use a church object, or if you use from any religion, if you use something,
Yeah.
it has a lot of baggage.
baggage, right?
Got it.
So you are using that baggaged object in your sculpture. So your sculpture can fall into very different areas, right?
Yes.
It can be like some very sentimental hurt object and sentimental like supporting object or questioning object. So you have to be very clear about like why you are using that.
Yeah.
So in my sculpture, why I am using those object, whatever we can, like it's secular, non-secular, we can like tell like thousands words for
Yes.
that. So why I'm using that object? Because my entire like life or entire like childhood, like what we can life means like not
Yeah.
now, but maybe earlier.
Yeah.
So I use those objects
Yeah.
to perform and to interact, because those are my tools.
Tools.
So
you were in Sanskrit studies.
yeah.
Yes.
So I left that thing
Yes.
and I came to art school.
Yes.
I never used those things for certain time.
Yeah.
But then again it started coming.
Yeah.
Right. So thus like coming from like those kind of area and doing art is like for me is also very challenging because I didn't know like what is a brush and what is a paint.
You're sitting on a gold mine of subject matter.
Yeah.
You as an individual are representative of at least 1 million people in this country. How they think, because like I used to go to the temple with my grandmother.
Yeah.
And I'm not religious now, but I'm not religious. What is the word for it? I'm not going to the church. I'm not going to the temple now.
Yeah.
I might be religious in my own personal way.
Yeah.
But I'm not doing the act of going to the temple or something like that. So
Yeah.
I've left myself behind.
Yeah.
And so there are many people who actually, your work connects with a lot of people basically.
Yeah. But also just imagine I'm using those objects.
Yeah.
When you think like someone is entering the temple,
Yeah.
they are rejected by the main authority of the temple
Yeah.
to bell the bell.
Yeah. Some people are not allowed to touch the bell.
Okay, like I'm not going into those areas, but
Yeah.
I'm just saying
Samjha.
like they are not allowed to touch the bell.
Yes. But in
So
your
for
culture,
them,
Yeah.
for them,
Yeah.
that bell is really cruel object, right?
Right.
Because you can't touch
That's
that.
right. Yeah.
You can't feel that.
Yes.
It means like it's maybe sacred. I'm not saying that is sacred or something, but I'm saying
But the-
that is very like you got the memory without touching that.
Yeah.
You got hurt,
Yeah.
and so much you are thinking about. I'm not underprivileged.
Yes.
So all those areas you will suppressed.
Yes.
So because you are not touching that. But now I am using in that sculpture
Yeah.
those kind of like experience also it enhances
Yes.
when that person see my work, right?
yes.
That is the biggest problem
Yes.
for me. I feel really bad about that
Yeah.
because he can like rethink about why I don't want to see this.
Yeah.
They can really hurt
Yeah.
seeing my work.
Yeah. Thank you, Shailesh. I had a great time. This was a great
Thank you,
podcast. Thank you. Can you please look into that camera and say like, comment, and subscribe to
Like, comment and subscribe
to Artistry Plus.
to RTC Press.
कोई कुछ भी कर
और
सकता
किसी को मत करो, इसको करो.
सब्सक्राइब नहीं आर्टिस्ट प्लस करो. सब्सक्राइब करो यार, कोई सब्सक्राइब नहीं कर रहा है यार ये आर्ट चैनल.
कितना टाइम हो गया?
अरे सब लोग क्या
हो गया
क्या चल रहा
तुम्हारा
है
तो
Instagram पे,
1
पता है
लाख
सब
तो हो
लोग-
गया होगा.
क्या बात कर रहे हो नहीं होगा.
रुलाएगा.
मैं